Thank you for joining us for the second half of Report Desk Africa on this lovely, lovely Thursday evening. Now, the governor of Kano State, Abba Yusuf, has rejected Wednesday's judgment of the Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, sacking him as governor and announcing that the candidate of the opposition party, talking about the All Progressives Congress, APC, Nadir Gawuna, as the winner of the 18th March election. A press conference was held yesterday. In a press conference, Mr. Yusuf said that based on the feedback from his legal team, the judgment was marred by human imperfections and, a lot of, would I say, misapplications of the law to seek justice at the Court of Appeal. Now, despite the tribunal's ruling, Mr. Yusuf says he will remain in office, or definitely he will remain in office, until the appeal court, until the appeal court and possibly the Supreme Court gives a final ruling on this particular matter. Now, we'll take a quick look at this press briefing that was held yesterday by the Kano State government, and after that, we will be continuing with this conversation.
However, after almost 6 months of proceedings at the Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, today, Wednesday, 20th of September 2023, the judges of the tribunal have, in their own wisdom, delivered their own ruling. As human beings, their judgment may not be absolutely perfect. There are errors and misapplication of the law, as pointed out by our legal team. And that is the main reason why our Constitution provides for other stages to go on with, such as Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. On this note, we have already instructed our legal team to appeal this judgment as soon as possible so as to ensure that justice is done to the good people of Kano State that elected us.
Well, from the package that you just saw, Governor Yusuf has obviously rejected the verdict, and he's now going to be heading to the appeal court. Now, still with us to discuss this very crucial political matter is, of course, a political journalist, Taiwo Olapade. Thank you, Taiwo, for still staying with us. Taiwo, can you confirm that you can hear us, please? I think your device is muted.
Yes, thank you so much. Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud and clear.
I've unmuted myself. Can you hear me now?
Yes, it's fine. Thank you, Taiwo, for still staying with us. Now, Taiwo, after the votes were cast, right, the governor won the election with a total of 1,019,602 votes, which, of course, meant that he defeated his closest opponent with a margin of 128,897 votes. So what was the court's reason for overturning the results?
Well, let me start with this background. For March 18, 2023 governorship election, we had election in 28 states of the federation. Because in some 8 states in the country, states like Kogi, Imo, Ekiti, Ondo, Oshun, and the like. So we had 28 states where we had a governorship election on March 18th, and out of that 28, 25 governors that were defeated, candidates that were defeated decided to approach the governorship election petition tribunal, believing that there was a miscarriage of justice and the like. So, of course, it is expected that's something acceptable under the law for you to do. If you know you felt cheated during the electoral process, you have the election petition tribunal to go and seek and be able to reclaim your mandate as the case may be. So in this gave the judgment yesterday, the three-man panel led by Justice Oluyemi gave a virtual ruling yesterday at their okay, I'm trying to get the name of the court. Okay, let me just go ahead. Okay. So there was a judgment yesterday done virtually because of the terrain. We know the way it used to be when it comes to anything that has to do with politics, particularly at Kano State. And after that judgment, the court ruled that the NNPP candidates, they are the sitting governor, Governor Abba Yusuf, that the INEC should withdraw a fresh one to Nasir Gawandu of the All Progressive Congress. After that election on March 18th, INEC declared the NNPP as the winner, scoring 1,019,602 votes to defeat his closest rival, that's the APC candidate, Nasir Gawandu, who polled 890,705 votes. And not satisfied with the announcement by INEC, the APC candidate decided to approach the Election Protection Tribunal, which gave its ruling yesterday, and we see the kind of wild jubilation, particularly on the side of there was a large turnout in Kano, and wide jubilation when the other side, which was the NNPP, also were also strategizing on what to do next. And we also saw the governor last night making the need for people to become, particularly the members of his party, the NNPP, to become. And he also announced that it was going to seek redress, is not accepting the verdict of the Election Protection Tribunal, and is going to go to the Court of Appeal to also ventilate his own disagreements with that ruling. So, of his appeal at the Court of Appeal as regards the verdicts that have just been given by the Election Protection Tribunal in Kano State.
All right, Taiwo. Now, we don't know.
Is that...
Okay, please go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was just about to learn that yes, you can't take in the north. There are two states that you can't take for granted. It's still like Sokoto. It's still like Kano. It's still like Kaduna. You can't take them for granted. You can imagine that the NNPP at that election, it was only Kano State that they won because a presidential candidate at that election in the name of Rabi Kwankwaso, the Kwankwazia group, he was also a candidate in the presidential election, and it was only Kano because he had followership in Kano State, and one was not really surprised at the outcome of that election that the candidate of the NNPP got that was trailing him got about 890,000 votes. But when the tribunal was giving its judgment, they discovered irregularities, and some polling units were deducted. Votes were deducted, and at the end of the day, eventually the APC candidate Nasir Gawandu had more votes, more Yusuf of the NNPP, and that's the reason why that panel led by Justice Oluyemi Akinto-Osadibe ruled that the INEC should withdraw even to the NNPP candidates and issue a fresh one to as a duly elected governor of Kano State by his verdict.
All right, thank you so much, Taiwo. Now, because we're running out of time, I quickly want to ask this. Now, we know that in recent times, there's been some drama in the party of the NNPP. Talking about leadership, we saw a faction of the party in Lagos here saying that those up north, should be, will I say, sacked or taken out of certain positions. And the same thing happened in the north, saying about those down here in the south. Now, do you think the drama in the NNPP may have had any influence on possibly the court's ruling or some of the things going on at the moment?
Well, that's a very tough one because politics, nothing is impossible in politics, as they used to say, and they say some when it comes to politics and politicking. Well, the suspension on the Kwankwaso, that's Robbie Kwankwaso, by the faction of the party in Lagos was because they say the man was obnobbing, that the man was romancing the president, the government of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That they have discovered that there have been so much of romance between Rabi Kwankwaso and the current APC leadership, APC government led by President Bola Tinubu, and the annoyance, the grievances of the faction from Lagos. Kwankwaso was just doing it all alone, that they were not being carried along in his decisions, in his meetings and the likes. You know, we also met with the president outside the country at one of the first traveling abroad by President Bola Tinubu. He met with him outside the country, and when the president also returned, he had met with the president at the president Villa Abuja a couple of times, I think about 2 or 3 times.
Mr. Olapade, thank you so much. I'm so sorry for interrupting, but we're really pressed for time. But thank you so much for that insight on the development. Thank you once again for joining us. Really do appreciate it. And hoping to see you again on Report Desk Africa some other time. All right, now, without wasting much time, we go straight to the forecast. Like Bernard would say, we're looking to our crystal ball to tell you what to expect in the coming week. So here it goes.